Hey, what's up, guys? It's a whole new month. November's gone. We are in December, and we've just got a bunch of little days left to finish the whole trading year. Everything comes down to this. The last 11 months were a warm-up for this month, so we, as traders, can create a massive impact, or have a massive impact on the rest, well, for the whole year, and start the new year in the best way. All the hard work starts right now. There's no time for breaks. The next 2 weeks are going to be action-packed, especially this one with the OPEC meeting and everything else going on. We've got something big on our hands. Anyway, let's go straight into the weekly outlook, which is going to be covering the December 3rd to December 7th trading. It's a big one, so let's move in straight into it. So, self-discipline starts with the mastery of your thoughts. If you do not control what you think, you cannot control what you do, and that is a fact, my friends, because our thoughts make us and they break us. So make sure to have positive and constructive thoughts. So, let's go into the fundamentals for this week. Now, last week, the markets reacted very strongly to the Fed Chair's Jerome Powell words, and in the next week he is due to testify in Congress, so this might be a big market mover for the US dollar. Over the weekend we had a big G20 meeting where the US and China, the leaders, the respective leaders of their countries, can't pronounce the Chinese guy, but Trump I can pronounce. They've agreed to stop the trade war for a little time, but remember, nothing was signed, so it's just verbal stuff, and the expectations for this is just to chill out for the next 90 days. And the US is expecting China to react to this so they can decrease the deficit in trade, so they can actually start buying more. China said they would buy more, and blah, blah, blah. Everything looks good. So this might be a big impact when the markets open in about 13 minutes time from now. We also have the big OPEC meeting on Thursday, and we also get the US jobs report, for which I'm going to be going live. So you make sure you register by going on pipsmatter.com and head over to the events section and just register, and I'll send you the link of how you can actually watch this live trading session. I'm going to have many other sessions, including a webinar, which I am going to release on the website probably around Wednesday. I haven't worked on it yet when, but we're going to go live for some more trading, and of course the OPEC stuff. But generally, make sure you join my trading room. Again, by going on pipsmatter.com, you can join the free one, or you can just get the signals for 20 bucks a month, or you can join the community and really up your game in the trading world. Okay, so on Monday, we get the ISM manufacturing and plenty of FOMC speakers coming out for the US dollar. Nothing else big should be happening in terms of data releases. Tuesday, we get the Royal Bank of Australia rate statement and a speech from Mark Carney. All of these events, if I do find something tradable, is released in my trading room. I like to trade the news, but using charts. On Wednesday, now Wednesday is a big day, and Thursday is a big day, and Friday is a big day. Wednesday we got the quarterly GDP from Australia. We get a speech from Draghi. Powell, the Fed chairman, testifies. ADP non-farm payrolls. The ISM non-manufacturing index coming out as well. The Bank of Canada interest rate, the crude oil inventories. Moving on Thursday, monthly retail sales and trade balance from Australia. The OPEC meeting starts. Canadian trade balance and Paulos, the governor of Bank of Canada, speaks. And then Powell, the Fed chairman, speaks again. Moving on to the final day of the week, we get Canadian and US news. Canadian employment change and unemployment rates. For the US, we get the NFP, which I'm going live for. Remember that. The average hourly earnings and unemployment rate. By the way, all of this Canadian and US stuff coming out at the same time. So we've got a really big week, a really big trading week with a lot of things happening and possibly some gaps happening. This trading day when the market's open, let me just check my opening prices index here from quotes.ino.com. So we've got some expectations, weaker USD as it seems. Seems like the dollar is going to be weakening a little bit. Euro JPY moving up strongly. Excuse me. So yeah, we got some big movers happening here. That's nice. Um, if you go over my Facebook page, Pips Matter, or any other page, Twitter or Instagram or anything, I said that the dollar that I'm expecting a weaker USD. And in the pre-trading market, it seems like it is a weaker USD. AUD USD already up 0.88%, almost 1% higher, gap up. GBP USD 0.15%. USD CAD 0.39% down. Euro USD 0.37% up. Everything. I mean, NZD USD up 0.62, so Australian and the New Zealand dollar moving up very, very, very well. The US dollar index indicating bearish moves, as you will see in the video coming up soon. Um, a big mover as well is Euro JPY. It's going up 7.72%. That's a big move. Generally, I expect that the dollar is going to be weak, the euro is going to be strong, AUD strong, and JPY weak, NZD strong, and the Canadian dollar strong, but later on in the week when OPEC goes a little crazy and the oil starts to rise. So let me summarize that. Weak USD, strong euro, strong AUD, strong CAD, strong NZD, and weak JPY. Anyway, forget about this. Remember my philosophy for when trading fundamentals. It's pretty basic. Number one, the obvious rarely happens. The unexpected constantly occurs. So when the whole world and the whole markets are saying this is going to happen, I'm looking to go against them. And number two, the chart never lies. You're going to see why pretty soon. Now, let's head into the markets. But before that, I want to remind you of my philosophy when I'm doing my watch list. It's trade the best, leave the rest. Alright guys, so we're going to be kicking off this analysis with the US dollar index. Now we're looking at the monthly chart because right now is the 2nd of December, and that means that a new monthly chart has just started. A new monthly candle is actually starting tomorrow, which is the 3rd of December 2018. Now, price action is trading in the range of 97 to 98 right now on the US dollar index. The most important thing that I need you guys to focus on right now is that specific level. So the 97 to 98. Here is 98, it starts up here, and 97 is right there. Okay, so if we zoom in here, and if we take this out a little bit, you'll see that we have good contractions of price in this area. Starting with this level here, and plenty of moves over here. For example, let me just point it out for you guys. So we have it here, the supports, we have it here, then we have the resistances here, here, and plenty of other ones such as here. So I'm not going to go through this like forever, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But what is more important for you guys to understand is that what's happening with this asset when price action comes to a key trading level. It's not just about the key trading level being important. It's what's happening when price comes there. That's what matters, because if price action is coming to this level here and there's nothing and there's nothing happening with the actual asset, for example the US dollar, then the chances of it breaking above, well, they're much higher. So something like this can easily happen. Where is it? So something like this here can easily happen. Pop outs. Look, boom, it went up, down, then up, then down, then up, and there you go. We have a free higher high pattern, and then we go down. But in any case, what I'm saying is that when price action comes to this level, it is important what is actually going on with the asset. If you have been away from the markets or from the TV for a while, then you probably don't know. But if you follow anything with social media or the news, you'd know that we had over this weekend the big G20 meeting in which Trump met with the Chinese counterpart. There's a lot of things going on there. So the dollar is expected to move. Now, we are at a key trading range. That's number one, US dollar index, monthly chart. Looking over the candle here, the candle formation, I'm going to remove the yellow stuff. Looking over the candle formation, lots of indecision. You can see it right there. A lot of indecision in the previous month. So in the month of November, a lot of indecision. We have price action forming a bearish triangle pattern here. Let me go over to the weekly chart for you to see this. So here, this is the weekly chart. Check this out. So on the weekly chart, price action sticking right to this trend line here, breaking out of it a couple of times, but closing right inside it, and then closing inside this range as well. So we're coming up to a very, very interesting zone right now, and you can clearly see that the 97.50 is an important level. It's been important here. Excuse me, man. This cough is just not going away, and believe me, it's not because of the cigarettes. It's some crazy flu we have here in Cyprus. Everyone's coughing. So yeah, we can see that price action moving lots of supports, resistances, right at the 97.5 area, 97.6. In any case, I expect that the dollar is gonna push, boom, to the downside sometime this week, maybe even from Monday when the markets open. Now, this little yellow dot you see here is best seen on the day chart. We've already taken 4 minutes just on the US dollar index. This here, where price action closed, is the actual the 30% level from this swing up to this swing down. So there is a strong chance that we might break out and start heading down towards the 95 area. The 95 area is quite important for the dollar index, and I think that we have a very good chance of going lower. In any case, if we do not break this level here, we could have completed a possible head and shoulders pattern right in this area here. Let me show you that. Like this. If you've been following me, you would know that I've said this a while ago. So left shoulder, right shoulder, head, blah, 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 boom, there you go. So head and shoulders, possibility, strong possibility. But until this trend line here, this black bottom trend line is not broken, there's nothing about that trend line. Okay, so we're done with the US dollar index. Like I said, in the first week of December, and generally in December, I believe that there are very good chances for the dollar to reverse. The good thing is that I am a reactive trader, so if it goes up, I'm going to find a way to get in and capitalize on it. For now, I'm bearish on the dollar in the new week and in December. Let's go over to another asset. Okay, so we continue off with Euro USD. We're looking at the monthly chart. Everything that we're going to be going over today starts with the monthly chart, going down to the weekly, then the daily, and we stop at the daily. So first of all, you're going to see this on the weekly chart well, the blue levels that I'm, this little triangle here, and you're going to see the power of it. Second thing is, from this down move to the up move, we are right at the 45%, which is a decent reversal level. It worked actually from this move here, okay? This is the 45. So it worked out pretty well for that move to the downside, and let's see if it's going to work out for the upside. The good thing is that you can see a lot of contraction in this area. Not a contraction, a lot of support and resistance right in this area. You can see that here, right? You see that right there in the zone, lots of spikes up, and then lots of spikes up, and then here spikes down. November wasn't a big moving month for Euro USD, and you can see that here. It went up, it went down, and it finished a little higher. The good thing is, for any bulls, it seems like we're at the perfect stage to move upwards. And that's on the weekly, that's on the monthly. Moving over to the weekly, we see this even better. So you don't see the contraction that much here because it's closing in the price ranges, but the contraction you see very, very well. We have low, that's one. Check this out. One low, then we have a lower low, and finally we've created here the lowest low. And we're pretty much at the end of the contraction. So I really believe that Euro USD should bounce up from the 45 and target the 61.8, which is 116,615, whatever. That's still a decent move. That's a big pip moving. Let's see. price range. Let's see how many pips that is from the market open. Boom. 350 pips. That's a good move. And I think it can come pretty quick. Let's see if it happens now when the market's open. Let's see when they actually open. Local time. So they're opening in about 2 hours for me at 11 p.m. So I can't wait for that. Sydney opens at 1 a.m. actually my time. So that's when the market's going to start actually moving. So moving over back here, Euro USD weekly chart, expecting a bounce up. We have a very strong bullish pin bar here. Check this out. It's not a really, it's just a strong bullish candle. And then moving over to the daily chart, we have more interesting things happening here. First of all, we have this resistance. Second, we have this here. Let me show you like this. Oh, come on, buddy. So zeros here. See, 30% is right there. Look at that. Boom. You see that? 30%. So there are good chances that we're going to start heading higher in the new trading week. Okay, let's move over to another pair. Okay, so like I told you in the beginning of this whole video, I'm expecting the dollar to be rather weak when the market's open. That means that Euro USD I'm expecting to go higher. Keep in mind we just went over Euro USD, so the next pair I'm going to be going over is USD MXN. I'm not going to be going over many pairs, just so you guys know. In this video, I'm going to be providing a more detailed report to my guys in the trading room. If you are a part of the trading room, tomorrow morning you're going to get everything you need. So, going over the monthly chart quickly. This is the daily. I'm expecting USD MXN to be a big mover. I have a position there since last week. You can see here price action holding firmly to the top side of this bearish or bullish, we'll see how it works out, trading range. Right now it's bearish, and I'm going to show you on the weekly. So on the weekly again, sticking right to the top, and we have a contraction here, a strong contraction, the exact same contraction we had on last Wednesday when we made all that money buying Euro USD and generally selling the US dollar. So moving over to the daily chart, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with the contraction. There it is. Check this out. Price action sticking to the top of the range. And then look at this. We have the contraction. We have the three higher highs in a row. One high, two high, three high. Boom, out you go. And then retest on Friday. Check out the retest on Friday. Perfect little retest. And now I'm expecting a move to the downside. Now I am selling this pair, and my first target is right around here, right around this area, the 19,700 something. Excuse me. So this is what I'm targeting, somewhere here. USD MXN. Generally, the watch list that I have for now is Euro USD buy, Euro JPY buy, CHF JPY buy, Euro CAD sell, AUD CAD sell, NZD JPY buy, USD MXN sell. The only two positions I have open since Friday is Euro JPY buy and USD MXN sell. So here's everything you need to know about the US dollar Mexican peso. I'm going down and I'm targeting downwards. Euro JPY. Okay, so Euro JPY, this is the monthly chart. It looks solid. You can see a lot of contraction in this area right here. This, not contraction, but support and resistance levels in the yellow marked area. And then we have this contraction happening here with the blue levels. Now if I go over to the weekly chart, let's see how quickly this, okay, you see another contraction within this contraction, and that's why I believe that Euro JPY is going to be trending higher. Furthermore to this, the move from here to here, this little yellow zone is the 30%. So I really believe that we're going to see a move towards the upside here again, towards 131, 135, 500, that range right there. So that's for Euro JPY. We're going to move over to one more pair, and we're going to be done for now. It's the next pair. Let's see which one we're going to be going over right now. Let's go over NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY.
I don't know.
NZD-JPY looks good. Check this out. So on the monthly chart, we have this long-term trend line starting all the way from June 2017. We also have the 13 EMA, which is my short-term trend indicator. That's my cat and my son. They're all here. Everyone's here and everyone's going a little crazy. It's 10:47 p.m. So the trend line is broken, and you can see on the weekly as well the 13 EMA is quite far away, which is the trend indicator. On the daily, we have this bullish flag pattern, and I believe that this pair is going to continue going much higher. We have a bullish gapping candle right here, so I think that NZD-JPY is going to continue going up. Excuse me. In any case, that's it for now. You guys have a beautiful month of December. Merry Christmas to everyone, and let's rock and roll together in the trading room. Make sure you check us out and join us if you haven't yet. My name is Dennis. Thanks for watching, and you have a beautiful new week.